Hey guys, just look at this wonderful view here in South Africa, in Struisbaai. Here at the harbour. There in the distance you can see a black dot. I don't know if you can see, we'll not be able to see it on the camera now, but that is huge stingrays or manta rays. I'm not sure what the difference are, but yeah, I will show in the clip. It was here just now, two of them. Anyway, I wanted to welcome to another episode of Radical Dream Play, guys. And the new software project that I'm considering doing is what I see is a big misconception about is what inflation truly are. Oh, it's coming closer. I'll take a video of the stingray if it comes here. Let's switch again. It's just here. It's coming closer now. These are massive things, eh? Massive. Nice. Beautifully. I think it's interested to know what the inflation project is. That's why it came closer now. Anyway, so what I want to do is, I realize a lot of even financial advisors don't know what the real inflation is. They quote the CPI of 4 to 5%, which is really not. It is so far off. It is so a misconception and misleading. It is actually a brutal lie to the layman. Oh, isn't it just beautiful, eh? Massive.
Hallo. Wij zijn jongens. Zie je nou nergens terug? Ja. Een boot, zijn propeller is in loop.
Oh, I was ashamed. The one kid just told his friends that the propeller of a boat struck the stingray there, the mark it has on it. They were speaking in Afrikaans. Anyway, so CPI, I'm gonna do a project about that, where what I want to do is develop a mobile app that you can select the typical items that you buy, and the app will then go 10 years back, 20 years back, 30 years back if the product exists, and look at what the price was then. And it will also accommodate shrinkflation and all of that, where the sizes of products are changed and things like that, you know. But and I think then you'll see that inflation is really, guys, I'll just show you the view. Inflation is, it's not 4 or 5%. For me personally now, it's more 8.7%. My personal one now, at this point in time. I recently calculated it. And I think that's a huge difference. And I think it's very important to get it right, especially if you want to do plan for your retirement one day, financial planning. And that's the tool that I want to develop. But there's this thing right there around. I think it wants to go to the boat, the small boat, but it's coming here. So yes, so the thing I really want to do is build a larger app that helps you with retirement planning. And what's the difficult thing I realize is people get tables and plots from financial advisors. Yes, it helps you, it shows how things influence each other, but we like to see a picture really, and that's not really a picture, right? A picture is more a contour plot. The advantage of using contour plot is that it considers two variables, and normally it just gives you a better feeling. If you just have one independent variable like a normal plot would have, then you don't get the full picture, because you'll run several different scenarios. But what if, because there's so many factors, what if inflation is higher is the one thing, what if you retire earlier or later? You get what I'm saying? There's so many variables in financial retirement planning that to link it only to one independent variable like a normal plot does is it's not informative. It will give you the answer now, but because you can't place it nicely in context, it will just it doesn't have the same effect. So that's where I like contour plots, and financial advisors don't give you contour plots. So that is the ultimate goal. But I know people don't like to, everyone, we don't like to enter a lot of data to get value out. So that's why I'm going to start it piecewise. That's the idea. The idea would be I'm gonna introduce the inflation product and get that nicely linked up with other tools to help you calculate your own personal basket inflation. That's very important. Don't use CPI, guys. You'll see your real inflation if you buy Woolies Wors and Woolies buns and Woolies whatever, and you know the amount of petrol you use, and you have medical aid. What did it cost you 5-10 years ago, your medical aid? If you take that into account, you'll see it's not 3, 4, 5, 6%. Guaranteed. And so many financial advisors stick to that. I saw it over the world, really. It's not just to one country. They all believe CPI or inflation is lower than what it is. And I'll show you, to get to real return. Real return is, well, there's a Fisher equation you can use to get the real return, but an approximation is that it is basically your return on investment, you subtract from that your inflation, which this is why it's important. Then you can get your real return. Real return is the percentage your money grows with. So if you have a real return of 0%, it would mean your money grows exactly with inflation. All of us almost are being told that your real return is going to be 3-4%. It's not. It's maybe, if you're lucky, 2%, 1.5%. That's the real return that you're going to get. That's what you need to plan for. And then I'm going to do some contours about, let's say you invest different, you retire using historical data from 100 years ago. I've got some data from 1928. 1928 was a good year. It was a good year actually to retire, just before the Great Depression. But if you start your calculations, then you get a 43% increase that year. So you start off with a nice increase then. But if you started 1929 the next year, then you have like 4 or 5 years of negative growth. I want to show on contours what that really means. You know, for people to see, okay, historically, this is the impact, and it will help you to determine, can you retire, how much do you need to retire, when can you retire. So I'm going to build tools like that, guys. I just wanted to see if you would be interested in that. I'm sure this guy he's following me around. He's a follower. So be like him, guys. Like and subscribe. And subscribe and like. Oh, there's another one. Another dark spot there. But yeah. Okay, guys. Have a good day. And let me know if you would be interested in an app like that. Then I'm definitely going to do that. I think it's going to add great value. I think there's definitely a gap in the market for these two things really. Getting your personal inflation calculated, and then over long periods, because then it's more accurate. You're not going to retire only for 5 years, hopefully. Hopefully you can do it for 10 or 20 or 30 years if you're lucky. Or more. Then the longer term data you have, the better. And the other thing would be then the contour plots. I think that would also add value then. So we'll build it up. Thanks guys. Thanks for watching. Cheers.